And just like that, we're live. And just like that, we're live. So here we go, here we go. I just need to check here. Okay. Let me see if my beautiful thumbnail is on display. Such a genius thumbnail. I don't think no one could think of something better. Look at this. Beautiful. Okay, so we live. My beautiful thumbnail, yes, is on. Okay, perfect. The plan for today is simple. Is to draw 200 feet. I'm going to spend a while drawing. The plan is to master drawing feet. I'll never ever need to study feet again just because I spent so much time doing it. That is registered here in my brain. In the deepest, I'm going to dream with feet. You know, that's the level of obsession I have today. However, I want to start talking about art. I want to start talking about art because yesterday, around 12 o'clock a.m., I was kind of making some decisions, life decisions, and I had permission to come into realization that was, oh man, this time is going to be the last strike. It's going to be the, do a break, and after this, I'm not going to do nothing. Actually, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do anything else but trying to become an artist, trying to be, and then was the point where after I finished washing the dishes, and that's what I do. I don't know why, but I love to wash the dishes because, and do it super slow, so I can have permission to think about stuff. And after finishing it, I was on the couch, preparing for sleep because I don't know why I didn't went straight to sleep. Whatever. And as usual, I start dumping my thoughts on my notes. I start making the entries of the day, the thoughts, etc. And the thought was going to be initially, I'm going to do everything that I'm supposed to do, so I cannot ever again say like the actual entry was, and you're going to understand soon why I'm having trouble to say the actual entry, because it changed. The actual entry was going to be, I wish I can say I failed, but I failed doing everything that I could have done to succeed. That was going to be the intro. However, as I was starting the note, everything changed because, and let me find here what was written. Second note of the day. The description, blah 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 blah. Begin by saying, I have only one goal when it comes to art, and that was going to be the introduction to say, I'm going to do everything that I can to I'm going to do everything that I can so I can say I failed, but I failed after doing everything that I should have done. And I failed because the destiny didn't want me to succeed, because God or whatever didn't want me to succeed. However, as soon as those words were laid down, I have only one goal when it comes to art. Here comes the question. Wait, I never thought about it. What is it? What is this goal? I don't know. And then was when I had permission to access the understanding that, wait a minute, all this time I've been trying to do stuff, but without thinking about the consequences of it, without thinking, without having too much intention. Yes, I did drawings, but I never had an intention behind. I never expressed what I was trying to achieve with that drawing. I never had the intention of making money. I never say that explicitly. Yes, it was there, like, oh yeah, I wish I can make a living as an artist, but I never put that as a goal. That was the intention to attract people, but that was never a goal. What I mean is, I never intentionally act towards a goal. I was just doing stuff. And just like imagine if you're traveling to a place where you don't know at. You're just wandering around. You're not aiming to anywhere. You're never going to get, like, it doesn't matter where you're going. You're never going to get nowhere. So you need to have a goal. You need to have a place. I want to go there. And that's what I had permission to realize today. And yesterday actually. And now I'm going to expressing this, documenting finally, so it can live forever or as long as YouTube servers allows. And the goal was, and here I have the goal. I spent a while writing. So the goal here was, let me check. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yes, and even a funny thing, because it was already being planned to do this stream. So the plan was to say like stuff. Yes, even if the expert says, get naked on a full moon, point the aim at the moon, and dance kumbaya, then I'll do it. Just to say I'll never, just so I can say, if I fail, I fail because I try, but I tried everything that I could. Anyways, it isn't the point anymore. So here I have the goals. So for the first time, I'll no longer act to trick the algorithm into delivering my content for more people. The idea of walking around without the understanding of where I'm going. From now on, I'll be only focused on creating something from me to others. So creating something that expresses an intention of mine in a way that other people can connect with it. In a way that other people can see the intention and react to it. And here we have the intentions. Something that will inspire you. Something that will amuse you. Something that will entertain you. But above all, something that will keep you company by saying, hey, you're not the only one in the world. I'm also here. And it is also written here. And that's what Naruto did for me. That's what many of the people I had the opportunity to meet online did for me. I can only hope being able to do this very same thing for another person. So that's the type of art I want to create. I hope I can get permission to create the type of art that will make people feel company, have someone there, like understand life and have a laughter. That's the type of thing I want to do. So from now on, and you can see here by this drawing, it's kind of already happening. You know, this drawing representing day one. It's kind of already this intention of, okay, let's do something, that is going to be amusing, that is going to connect with people. Yes, that is not the perfect drawing. It is just something that represents the beginning of something. Anyways, I'm not perfect yet, but I'm going to get there. Today, we're going to draw feet. Let's get back here to our task. Here I have, let me check here, everything's okay. Let me check here, beginning of something. Anyways, I'm not perfect yet. I repeat, yet. So let's go here. Man, here is so hot. I had no idea why. I have no idea why. And here comes the fear. Am I uh, to start drawing feet? And by the way, I already drew some stuff, and I already tried this path before. However, I'm now today planning to do it live. I don't know why, to be honestly. To be honest, I'm just whatever. I perhaps it's that idea of making company, finding company. I don't know, company in the sense of we are both in this artistic journey, and let's try to figure out this stuff together because two minds think have more data than one. I don't know. So let's go. So and that was something that I had permission to learn while I was trying to draw hands. Something that was happening was when it comes to hands. And yes, I'm not trying to do perfect here because it's just explaining. Like, let's see here. I was, for whatever reason, I was making the poke here, and doesn't make any sense, because the poke is here. You see, this is a horrible drawing. However, even though, like, you can see here the problem. What is the palm of the hands? Oh, this thing here needs to go down. Therefore, if that thing went down, the poke is also going down. And here we have, oh, I was like pressing buttons like it is Photoshop, but it isn't. It is Paint. Why? Because my computer is not yet that good into anyways. So here we have a hand. You see, by understanding where everything is at, and yes, you're not going to guarantee, and that's something I had permission to learn that made a whole difference in my life. Let me just grab here. To draw, we just need those two things, three things actually: the mind, a pencil, and especially an eraser. If you don't have an eraser, if you want to do everything perfect at once, you are already screwed, and sorry for my language, but that's the way I am. So yeah, so I'm not expecting to be the one who are going to be able to draw feet at once at a line without using the eraser. I just wish for the notion that I just had permission to apply it here. Oh, this palm is too short. I need to extend this. If I extended this, the poke that was here need to go down because the poke begins with the palm. You see? And the plan today is to do the same for feet. And anyway, and even though I already had permission to do some advancements on hands, we still have a lot to go, so here we go. When it comes to feet, should I use references here? Let me see. I don't think so. Let's start with understanding the notions. So about the feet, what can we say? 5 fingers. What else? Top, bottom. So you have right side and left. Oh man, I'm having trouble writing left side. That's the feet, only this? I think so. Oh, we also have, so we have here um, 5 fingers. Let's start here. Here I'm not already trying to draw, I'm just trying to understand how the feet works. So we can start drawing 5 fingers. 5 4 5 fingers. Okay, and here we have then at the top depending on the feet we're going to have here this portion. Okay, top, here we have 5 fingers, 5 fingers, top. We also have the bottom, starting with the pokey. We also have the bottom here. That's the bottom. And that's something, you know, I let me lean my face again. And that's something incredible, you know, how much of a difference it makes to being able to, okay, I don't need to do it at once perfect. Think about the comic book process, the manga process. You first have the penciler, and then we have the inking. So there are two different processes, and even in the inking there are people who makes mistake and need to go all over again. In the penciler we need not even talk about it, because there are a lot of ideas being tested while people are doing so. So they use the eraser a lot of times. And even before that we have also the history, the thinking of the meaning behind the scene that is being drawn. So that's something, but that's something for the future. For now, we only drawing feet. Let's think about perspective here. If I can see a feet like this, how is this person, is this accurate? And sometimes we're going to need reference, because the information is not okay. Here I have this part. I will not be able to see this part because this part is going to be covered by this. What I'm going to be able to see then, perhaps the potato, perhaps this. Yes, here we have the bottom of the feet. Button. What else do we need? We need the side. Is everything okay here?
Look at me
The
drawing
potato?
feet. Look at me drawing feet.
Okay, let's go. Now we have the right side, and it is important to make the difference. You already know why, but here we go. Here we have let me check here. Right, left, right, right, left. Okay, so the right side is the side that begin with the little finger. I don't know how to say the name. And the left side is the one that begins with the poke. Let's see. So here we have the little finger. Okay. Oh no, shit! It's appeared like a. Anyways, so here we have. Okay. I need to change that here because it looks like a pokey, and that's not the intention here. What is going on wrong here? I'm going to look at my reference, aka my own feet. What is going on here? Why am I not being able to represent that thing accurately? Okay, so the difference is perhaps, and here comes the understanding, okay, the notion that I'm missing why I'm not being able to draw this feet. What do I need here? The size. Perhaps I'm going to need some reference. Yes, perhaps I'm going to need some reference. I'm not being able to do it here. The poke. I'm going to need some reference here because both sides looks like the same, and that's that's not ideal. So let's Google here some reference from side. I had no trouble. Let me Google here some references. Feet reference. Okay, here. Man, that's the easiest part. From the side, I don't think no one draws feet from the side. Let me see here if I can find 3D model of feet. I found one. The question is, can yes, I can move it. Yes. Let me show it to you. I'm going to screenshot here. That's what I'm going to do. Oh no, it's super interactive. Okay, so we have here, and I'm also going to need from this side here. Okay, this side here. Print. I just need to. Okay. Oh no. I grabbed the wrong side. Okay, this side here. Yes. Perfect. Now it's perfect. Alright. So yes, I have here a reference. Okay. Unselect. Perfect. That doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Is everything going okay? We have our references. What am I not understanding about feet? Okay, what is the main difference here? So the pokey is dominant. It's only going to show, so it's going to be the perfect shape. However, when you're drawing the feet from this side, we're going to be able the little one and the other three, including the poke out there. So here we go. Here we go. That's the one I'm having trouble with. So here, okay. Here we have a little belly. I'm going to call it that way. I don't care about the specific term. Okay. Oh man, that's disastrous. Man, that's like there is this little details that are so. Oh, that's gross. Oh, ew. Okay. That's not. What am I getting wrong here? What am I getting wrong? Let me just focus on one single part over here. This gross little finger. Let me try to is that the minimal? Yes, I as you can see here, I decrease the size of the pencil, the brush. You can do it if you have paint, the Windows Paint. You can do it by holding Control and minus sign. So here, why am I not being able to? Why I'm trying to figure out? Are we fine here? Paint, the Windows Paint. You can do it by holding Control.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.
Become the feet.
Yeah. No, I don't wanna
See
waste
the
what's
feet.
left.
Become the feet.
And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Did we do it? Little belly?
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Okay.
And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Let me check another thing here. The feet on the poke side, on this side here, there is no that thing here. This thing doesn't exist. At least in my feet. I don't know if I may be different. So it is more this little this thing here. It is more on this side here. Oh okay. So we have a little thing here, a little bone, but I don't think that does matter right now because a little detail. Let me. I can think now we are good to go. Now it is the beginning of the challenge to draw in different positions. Okay, we have top, bottom, right side. Okay. Now it is a matter of start practicing. So here we go. Here we go. 1 second.
South of Midnight, jogo de ação e aventura em terceira pessoa ambientado no sul dos Estados Unidos. Quando
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show
Where's going to be
any
the
fear.
first phone?
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe
Okay, it's going to be
trying
tricky.
to protect your
Seeing the
soul.
bottom.
We are heroes
Oh no.
tonight. We will
No
fly
idea how to
above the sky.
Okay, let's
We
start from the
are
posting. Press.
heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are
I cannot see it. Okay.
heroes
Now we have
tonight.
Come on.
Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Okay. Now the question, if this feed is that way, the other one would be how this body needs bounce. Okay. How to balance a body that is... And by the way, it is the left side or the right side? What about here? So I need to make it smaller. Okay. Let's try to make it smaller. Why? Because this feet here, let's say, is going to be behind this here.
Here we go.
What's up? What's up? Okay. Let's go to... Okay, it's not perfect, but it works. You know? Let's see another pose. Kicking something. I want to make it kicking something. Okay. Kicking something. How am I going to make it? First the object, a ball, yes. Here's the point of impact. The ball is going to curve in. Okay, we have a ball. The feet here, the camera. Okay. The perspective. Ugh. Okay, seeing your brain in. The camera would not capture if the feet was like this.
Invincible.
No, that's not the perspective I want. And that's not the height I want. Man, that's difficult. Okay, let's start with the easy part here. Perhaps. I'm trying to see in my head how this picture would go. Okay. Figure a person. This hand is standing there. The person speaking. What can you see from that position? The camera is angled down. The person's feet is on the ground. The camera is on the ground. What can you see? I'll be able to see. Yes, I can see, but how can I make it here? Perhaps I should have started with the feet. I think so, yeah. Perhaps I should have started with the feet, so that's what I'm going to do. No? Is that out? Okay. No, too high. Are we going to see the ball? How? Man, that's so difficult. I need to be able to see here. Okay. No. Okay, I need to revisit a little bit this process. That's this part here. I'm having trouble as well. I don't know how this would be. Okay, some poses are more difficult than others. Man, I cannot see this image. Someone kicking a ball. Let's make it easier first. Kicking from the side. Remember, the focus begins first.
Saí com meu celular na rua e mostrei.
Okay, guy. This is bad. Kicking feet. Okay. Let me do it. Don't worry about now. That's kind of hard.
Stranded in the open, dried out
How would you
tears
make
of
it
sorrow, lacking all emotion.
How do a person kick? It's coming from the bottom. That's what I'm getting wrong. If you're going to kick, your foot is going to make this angle. Let me see if this is going to make this angle and kick up. So you're never going to see the bottom of the feet, technically speaking. Like if you're going to see the bottom of the feet is going to be there. Like it's going to be here. Like after the motion, because the motion is here. Like here's the feet right here. Because if you're going to kick something, your feet is going to be low. So let me. If you're going to kick something, let me see the audio. Because the motion is here. If if you're going to kick something, you're going to go behind to get in close. So your feet is going to. Here we have the leg of support, and the feet is going to here. You see? That's what I'm having permission to see on my mind. So the feet's going down. It's going to behind you. So this is going behind, till an angle here. Let's say here, an angle here. Now it's going to go. Man, I'm a genius. Now it's going to go forward, like so. Here we go, up. Now we're going to shoot back, front, and it's going to front. Yeah. Now it's going to do this. So in none of those moments you see the bottom. I was getting wrong basically. I was getting it wrong. Let's get back there. Let me start by erasing this. Don't mean like. Perspective. So this leg is going to be closer from the camera, and this one is going to be far from it. Here we have the ground. Here we have the ball being kicked after being kicked. Awesome. How do I go? Now I want to do the same thing over here. I think it is a waste of time to continue doing feet because I got a lot to see here that maybe I already got some notion. I already got a lot to get some notion about how to do it. Therefore, here is something better that we can and should do. You thinking what I'm thinking? Animation! Let me open here a software of animation so we can go straight there.
I don't know what you want. Let's
I
have
want to
a
learn
bit
art.
of fun till I downfall.
No, I don't want
My
to.
love, if you feel like I do right now,
I don't know if I do.
don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
Okay, I have my software open. Let me just show it to you. I don't even remember how to use it anymore. Just read here. How do I get rid of it?
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
How to take this
Let's have a
off?
bit of fun
To
till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
I have to get rid of this grid! How to delete, by the way? Here. That's how I do it. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did there. Oh. What have I done?
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
How to get rid of...
Conheça o YouTube Music Premium e aproveite esse treco que deixa você trocar.
Okay, let me see here. I'm going to ask Jamine how to get rid of the grid on what is it, pencil to the software. How to get rid of this based on search blah 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 blah. View, look for, okay, so view, look, so easy. Oh my gosh. So easy. Okay, now I think we can start. We need to do storyboarding first, but I'm going to go as the flow. How many frames? Okay, let me just see here if I'm working. if I can do it here. Play. Yeah, there. It's working. Now it's just a matter of start animating. First I'm going to have to do this. Let me just as well activate onion skin. I want to activate this here. How do I do that? Previous onion. View. Onion skin. So if I draw anything here, I'll be able to see it here. And here. If I deactivate here, no. Oh, only O. Okay. Fantastic. This here, I need a. How do I configure this? It is too big. I don't like that big. How do I make it small? No. How do I make it small? Perhaps there's something to do here. Here. This side is pretty good. Okay. Let's discuss the plan here real quick. The plan is to kick the ball left to side. Left to side. What's up? The ball is going to. Where did the ball come from? Oh, in this case, the ball is already in the possession of the player. It's going to throw it to his right foot, throw it to his left foot, and kick forward. So that's the plan. Let's see if we can execute it. So first, The plan is to kick here, and then throw it back. Forward. Keyframe. Can I move this? Can I move?
Pain I felt is paid for. All is said and done.
It's going to be cool.
I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent.
Enjoy the second pose.
I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Yes. And the ball is there. Not the ball, but the ball, yes. Okay, that's all I can see here. It's going to shoot straight on his face, isn't it? The angle is not perfect.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far
the ball.
into the night. I raise my hand
Can you
to
see
the
the ball from here?
fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
Okay. That's what's up. We just need to adjust the frame. It is too fast. Can I select this? No, I can't. Come on. How do we select this?
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.
Oh, that's how we do
Baby,
it.
let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through.
That movement is boom. Ladies and gentlemen, and the rest is playing fast. Do we need to do anything else? I don't think so. That's the thing, I think, like, perhaps from now on it's just a matter of hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of playing. Yeah, perhaps, yes. I don't even know what to do next. Boom. Boom. Perhaps I need to stop pretending, and that's something, you know. I pretend that I don't know. I pretend that I don't have enough skill to begin something. However, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I'm ready. I'm just saying that. And perhaps this is true for you as well. If you want to begin an animation, if you want to begin a graphic novel, a manga, you already have what it takes. Of course, there is still a lot of space for improvement. Of course, there are still notions that are going to be learned, trained, perfected, but the basics, the foundation is already there, and the foundation is everything that you need to start, you know, building the walls, making these houses, standing up, stand up, you know, like so. I'll no longer be trying here. I was planning to do the same with to feet, to hands, to torso, head. However, one thing I have permission to realize here is you don't need to do it anymore. You need to start building. You need to start focusing on the history, on, you know, and perfection is going to end. The evolvement is going to happen as you go. At least that's what I'm having permission to notice here. Because yes, it isn't the most refined drawing, but I didn't spend that much time doing so. I was more worried about the action, about the gesture. Any teamwork. So yeah. I don't know what to do next, but for now, it's a bye, eh? What you realize here is you don't need to do it anymore. You need to start building. You need to start focusing. What you realize here is you don't need to do it anymore. You need to start building. You need to start focusing. What you realize here is you don't need to do it anymore. You need to start building. You need to start focusing. But for now, yeah, no, so I can end this. Bye. What you realize here is you don't need to do it